$5.09 a gallon for 93 here in Illinois. Update, mission log. Welcome to Ohio. That didn't take very long. We are a dead stop on I-81. 16 miles into the trip. I'm not going to complain too much because it looks like a pretty bad accident, so hopefully everyone's okay. It's kind of rare you get a dead stop like this on the interstate. Welcome to the Sturgis Journey 2024. I've been running in a whole bunch of, oh, see, look at this. We're slowing way down. Slowing way down here. We just hit the first hour mark. My first gas receipt for the Iron Butt Challenge was 5:03 a.m. and we did 49 miles in an hour, which is not great, not great. And no cinematic sunrise for you guys this time. It is a typical Pennsylvania weather day. Sticky and ugly. Ladies and gentlemen, there it is. There's the cinematic sunrise. Woo! We're catching the horrible angle of it. But there it is. Sun's gonna be chasing us all day long today. And hopefully it's a little forgiving. Okay, so we just pulled off here. We're in Washington Township, Pennsylvania. We're still on I-80. I readjusted all the cameras and everything. I'm having a horrible time trying to film today. But we are headed into some definite rain. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. Some rain. It looks like once we could punch through to Ohio, we're going to be okay. But the next few miles, the next 50 or so miles, are going to be wet. So I've ridden through rain. I have no problem riding. I'm worried about trying to film. I've filmed in rain before, but this is going to look like it's going to be pretty wet, so I think I'm going to put the cameras away for this section. That sky is black, so I'll see you on the other side. Update, mission log. Welcome to Ohio. We made it through the rain. At least I hope we made it through all the rain. We're starting to bump into some fellow rally goers, so that's neat. That's always fun. The rain was, I'm glad I put the cameras away. It was definitely rain. Definitely rode through some rain, so that slowed us down a bit, but I think we're still doing pretty good. I mean, we've done, let's see, 179 miles since our last stop. 365 altogether. And it is, I don't know what time it is, 11 something. It is 11:37. Eat lunch. You can't make this up. There's one cloud above me. One. It's raining pretty good. It's raining pretty good. Right, update. We are in Ohio, still in Ohio, somewhere in Ohio. We're a little halfway across Ohio. We're just outside Toledo. Hit a little more weather in Ohio, a couple miles back. Poured for about 5 minutes, got completely soaked, then dried out. That's what ends up happening. So, yeah, we're into this thing about 9 hours since we left. 465 miles on the clock. 465. And I'm not throwing in the towel on the iron butt run, but we have to come to terms here. It's not going to happen today, and that's okay. It's fine. Just kind of looking at the way things are going. We started an hour late, which probably would have been okay if we hadn't hit all the weather. We hit weather like 3 separate occasions, so that really slowed us down. The weather alone probably put us behind by like 2 hours. I mean, I dropped my speed by like 25 miles an hour for a solid 3 hours. So the stuff like that kills you. And because of that, that now made the worst part of the trip even more difficult, which is not the weather, it's Chicago. We're gonna hit Chicago at like 5 p.m. 4 or 5 p.m. Central Time. There's no way we're just gonna zip through there. No way. So you have to be smart. If I want to, I could push through. I could do the 1,000 miles. That's not a problem. But I probably won't finish until like 10, 11, 11:30 tonight. It all depends. I mean, there's still, if I wanted to keep going, another 500 miles ahead of us. So, seeing how I have to do another 1,000 miles over the course of the next day and a half, 2 days, we're not going to go for broke right here. Conquering a big trip, like a 1,000-mile trip in a day, is being smart, and this is the right call here. It's killing me, but it doesn't mean that it's over. We might do it on the way home. We're gonna go pitch a tent somewhere in the wilds of Illinois, and we're still in Ohio. Big news! In the middle of nowhere, Ohio, and a bunch of road construction. We're about to hit 50,000 miles on Old Delilah here. Alright, update. Guess where we are? Ohio. Only 21 miles left in Ohio though, so we're almost through it and on to the great state of Indiana. Oh boy. Again, I just absolutely love the scenery on day one of the Sturgis trip. Nothing beats it. But we're having a good time. It's got hot, so the weather is staying at bay, but it got hot. Just met someone on their way. His name's Charlie. He's a first timer headed out to the rally. He's headed out with his wife, so that's awesome. They're heading out 2 up from the Pittsburgh area back home in PA. So they're from PA. And it's neat. You just start bumping into people as you're headed out there. It's awesome. So he's the third one I seen for sure are going to the rally. And that has me a little surprised. Normally I'm seeing a lot more people by now. So, well, I may have spoken just a little too soon. Those guys over there, they're on year number 10, headed out from Buffalo, New York. Let's get the hell out of Ohio. We are no longer in Ohio. Instead, we are in its evil stepbrother, Indiana. That sounds horrible, but it's also probably not far from the truth. I forgot how horrible the roads are here in this state. Another thing, if you're from Indiana, can someone please explain to me why for the last 5 years my Easy Pass does not work in your state? If I seem just over enthusiastic, it's because I am. I'm feeling great. I mean, not bad. Now it's hot, so of course there's always gonna be something to complain about, right? Can't just ever be perfect. So 150 miles left. That's it for day one, wrapping it up. It's gonna be close to an 800-mile day, if not over 800. So we did a lot of miles, but we're almost there. Let's keep boogieing. Ladies and gentlemen, that's it. Day one on the way to the Sturgis Motorcycle Rally is in the books. And I gotta say, overall, it was a great day. We ran into the typical road trip troubles, but we ended up doing 802 miles today. 802. And I'm a little upset because we could have pulled off the iron butt. And I was hemming and hawing, just going for it. I mean, I feel fine. I feel fantastic. I'm more saddle conditioned this year than I've ever been. I kind of feel like I just went to the grocery store. I did 800 some miles. Slowed down too much. We would have had another 3.5 hours plus probably another stop. And it is 8:30 p.m. We just set up camp here at the Paul Wolf Campground. We're just northwest of Chicago. And tomorrow's another day. If we didn't have to do so many miles tomorrow, I mean, we still have another 1,000 or so miles to go. So if we didn't have to do so many more miles, I would have, without a doubt, just sent it and finished that iron butt. We would have got done around midnight, but that means I probably wouldn't have gotten to sleep until 1 in the morning, and probably would have had to stay in a hotel. And, you know, I know there's a lot of people who probably think like, oh, you know, why don't you just stay in a hotel? You must be cheap, camping. Yeah, it is cheaper, but take a look at this. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's leave Illinois. We are headed for trying to get to Mitchell, South Dakota today, and we'll see where we're at. Maybe go a little further, maybe not, don't know. About 600 miles in front of us today, give or take. Let's hit the road. $5.09 a gallon for 93 here in Illinois. Stop off here at Wisconsin Dells Harley-Davidson. Don't have a poker chip from here, so we finally made that official. And I've been in this town once before, but I gotta ask, can anyone tell me, like, what is the deal with Wisconsin Dells? Everything is like over the top and extreme tourist trap, fancy resort town. And I mean, don't get me wrong, it's kind of neat, but it's kind of crazy just driving through here, looking at everything. But yeah, we did 150 miles so far. We're gonna do another 90 or so, and we're gonna stop in La Crosse, Wisconsin, where we were supposed to stop for the Iron Butt. And I think we're gonna grab lunch there. Try to get a hot meal. Haven't had a hot meal in like 2 days, so grab a hot meal, and then we'll keep cooking across, hit Minnesota and South Dakota. And today's weather forecast is only one word: hot. So we're gonna hit those nice straight, flat, no shade roads and in the heat, but that's to be expected. I'm feeling pretty good, having a good time. The only thing that hurts is my ears. I'm at the point where I'd rather cut them off than put my helmet back on, but gotta do what you gotta do, I guess. Suck it up. And it's only like 450 miles left today. We'll see how we're feeling once we get to where we're supposed to be. Might do a little couple stop-offs. Grab something worth looking at, I don't know. We'll see how the day goes. So far, so good. Welcome to Wisconsin. Let's keep moving. Alright, so we made it to La Crosse, Wisconsin. This is where we were supposed to stop yesterday on the 1,000-mile run. But I was right. We left at 7 this morning. We just pulled in. It's 11 o'clock, so 4 hours. And if we had gone another 4 hours last night, that would have been midnight. So yeah, it didn't make a lot of sense. We made the right call yesterday. If we hadn't lost those 2 hours yesterday morning, then we would have had it no problem. But it wouldn't have made a lot of sense to continue all the way up here and not go to sleep until like 1:30 in the morning. That would have been ridiculous. So we're here now, and we are at the what is this? North Country Steak Buffet. I've been here before, and I'm really excited to be back. I haven't had a hot meal in 2 days, so let's go grab a bite to eat. Welcome to South Dakota. We are in Sioux Falls, and I finally got that poker chip that's been evading me for 5 years. So on the 5th year, we secured it. We secured it for the collection. It's hot. It could be hotter though, so I really don't want to complain. I know you guys probably think I'm complaining. I'm having a blast. Just tired, you know. Doing this many miles it's a challenge, but I mean, I'm ready. I wish I could keep going and head right for the West Coast, but it's so hard to decide what you end up wanting to do. 137 miles to the Missouri River. That will put me the closest I've ever been to Sturgis the night before I plan to arrive. And that means we'll get to do some really fun stuff for tomorrow. Alright, well, camp is set, and now I think it's time to go get some dinner and get a shower. Boy, do I need a shower. Shutting it down for day 2 on the annual pilgrimage to the Sturgis Motorcycle Rally. We did 706 miles today, which isn't bad. Yesterday we did 804. Today we did 706. And we did that 706 in 2 less hours on the road than we did yesterday. So we actually had a better overall mile per hour today, but that's typical once you get west of the Mississippi. We just grabbed a bite to eat at Als Oasis. Not bad, not bad. It'll do if you're a traveling motorcyclist. It's absolutely fine. But I need a shower. I'm gonna head back. I'm gonna take a shower. We are sitting on the banks, the west banks of the Missouri River, and there is only 230 miles to go tomorrow. So, gotta rest up. Gotta get ready. Tomorrow is the day. We hit the 84th Sturgis Motorcycle Rally, and I am finally pumped. I know I probably look completely miserable this whole video, but believe me, I'm excited. So we will see you in the morning. Having a little bit of extra time on my hands for the remainder of the journey across South Dakota, I decided to make a few extra stops that I've been trying to do for the last several years. Just off the side of Interstate 90, you will find an old top-secret government facility that has now been turned into a bit of a museum. The Minuteman Missile Museum is a sobering reminder of a time when mutually assured destruction was once a global threat. As someone who heavily respects and admires local history, I think it's an important part of any journey to understand the history of the area, and it's no surprise that the heartlands of the United States once held a dark military history. Never know what you're going to see on the road or what you're going to learn. Except this time, I knew this place was here. I've known this place has been here. I've been trying to get into the Minuteman Missile Museum for years, but the timing never worked out. This year it finally did, and you know, it's very powerful history, and to think that if there were ever the event of a nuclear exchange, that the first target would be some of the most beautiful area of our country is kind of a shame, you know, to think that that would be the very first thing lost, because it's also the safest place for our military arsenal. It's pretty nuts, but I don't mean to be somber. I just am a history nerd, especially military history. And this was a great little stop. I've been meaning to come here forever. And now we're gonna go explore a little bit of the Badlands. Riding through the Badlands of South Dakota is difficult to describe. It kind of reminds you of the Wild West and classic scenes that you expect, but also it kind of leaves you in awe as to how this could happen. Years of sediment buildup along with years of sediment erosion leaves you with scenes such as this. And there is absolutely no denying how spectacular Mother Nature can be, but riding through the Badlands kind of reminds me of a childhood sandbox. The sandbox was either your favorite or your least favorite place to play as a child, and it kind of reminds me of the modern day perspective on the Badlands versus the history.
This area got its name for being the Badlands to travel through back in pioneer and Native American times. And yet today, hundreds of thousands of people make it a point to literally travel through the Badlands. It's areas such as this that finally make the journey from the East Coast to the Sturgis Motorcycle Rally worth the ride.
Alright, here we are. World famous wall drug. Just in time, because I'm starving. If you guys have never heard of this place, let's go check it out.
There really is no good way to describe wall drug. You just need to experience it for yourself. And if you're there, get the hot roast beef sandwich.
Roast beef ain't $12 anymore, but it's still worth it. It's still a great pit stop on the way into town. Speaking of town, we need to get into Sturgis because we need to find a place to stay yet. And we need to set up camp. So, let's head out.
Shortly after the Badlands and wall drug, you start finding yourself in the Black Hills of South Dakota. And as a motorcyclist, whether you've never been there before or you've been there for your 5th time, you just know you're about to do some really good riding.
We are officially in Sturgis, South Dakota, and the camp is set up. I had to run around, do a few errands, so it's been a little bit. We've been in town for a little bit, but I know what you guys want to see. You want to go downtown, so let's go. Ladies and gentlemen, we are downtown. Welcome to downtown Sturgis. It's the day before, and they are still getting ready. This rally is so big. I can't even imagine the prep work that goes into it all. I mean, it's nuts. But they're hard at work. Rally kicks off tomorrow, but tonight, it's a rally tradition. We're headed to the Knuckle Saloon to get dinner. Night 1 in town. Got to shake hands with a guy named Keith from Rochester, New York. So Keith, have a blast, buddy. It's his first time too. We're gonna have a real good time. Ooh, look at that. Never know what you're gonna find here at the rally. And it doesn't even start till tomorrow. This is nothing. This is nothing. Currently walking up Junction Avenue. Right across the street is the Harley-Davidson dealer. And on this side of the street, directly across from a Harley dealer, is the brand new Gas Monkey Bar and Grill Sturgis. I had to come check it out because it's new to me and it's new to the rally. I think that's it. Welcome to Sturgis. Rally actually kicks off tomorrow, so the party is just beginning. Thanks for following along. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Consider joining the Gallon a Month Club, and you can help support these adventures. Until then, be safe. We'll see you tomorrow.